Hi there! Are you convinced that an MBA is the right step for your career, but now wondering how to choose the best program? With so many options out there, where do you even start? Welcome to Career Pragmatics, the place where we have real, straightforward conversations about career growth, education, and navigating professional life. I'm Natalia, and I have coached over 1,000 graduate students and MBA candidates from top European business schools on their careers. Today, I want to talk about what admission requirements and application deadlines can actually tell you about an MBA program. This is not about tips for filling out your application. It is about understanding what these elements reveal about the class, culture, and the peer group you will be joining. Yes, I'm going to share some of the insights that schools' recruitment teams might not spell out, but that you, as a pragmatic candidate, should definitely keep in mind. Let's dive in. Every MBA program has its own set of admission requirements, but most follow a similar patterns: a resume, 2 recommendation letters, essays, standardized test scores like GMAT or GRE, and sometimes English proficiency test for non-native speakers. Programs typically offer 2 intakes a year, September and January, with 2 to 3 application rounds spread across the calendar. Now, let's look at some of the most common and critical admission criteria and how they have evolved. First, professional experience. When MBA programs first emerged, they were primarily offered by US schools and targeted candidates with at least 5 years of managerial experience. The rationale was clear. MBAs were designed to elevate leadership potential for professionals already established in their careers. As the global MBA market expanded, schools adapted their requirements to attract a broader range of candidates. What once required 5 years of managerial experience might now require only 3, and in some cases, any professional experience counts. But is that necessarily a bad thing? Well, it depends on what you are hoping to gain from the program. If you are aiming for a corporate leadership path, you will want to be surrounded by peers with similar level of experience and ambition. In that case, pay attention to how schools validate your work history. For example, some top programs may request an organizational chart to confirm your role and responsibilities. That is a signal that the school is serious about assembling a cohort of driven professionals, people who could become valuable long-term contacts. On the other hand, if you are looking for a more diverse and unconventional peer group, flexibility in admissions criteria might actually be a better fit for you. Second, standardized tests, GMAT or GRE. These tests have traditionally been a key requirement for MBA admissions. They help schools assess your quantitative and analytical skills. Programs that require them are usually more selective and often share their average or minimum scores to help candidates self-assess before applying. But with increasing competition among schools for applicants, some have started offering their own admission tests as an alternative. The schools often say they are taking a more holistic approach, that the GMAT doesn't allow them to fully capture a candidate's potential. While there is an ongoing debate within the business school world about whether GMAT scores can predict future success, and therefore whether schools should even keep it as a requirement, I look at this from a different angle. Preparing for the GMAT and GRE takes time, effort, and financial investments. Candidates who go through that process are generally more dedicated and intentional. It's unlikely someone would sit these exams on a whim. That preparation serves as an early filter, which often results in a cohort that is more focused and motivated. On the other hand, programs that offer their own tests or waive standardized tests altogether might attract candidates looking for a less demanding path into an MBA. That can affect the classroom dynamic, possibly lowering the level of discussion, peer learning, and overall drive. You will still find plenty of highly motivated students, but the general vibe might be different. Also, GMAT and GRE scores provide a clear objective benchmark. Programs that use their own admission tests often don't disclose passing scores or share detailed results, which can make the process feel less transparent and rigorous. Third, application deadlines. Deadlines might seem like just a logistical detail, but they actually reveal a lot about who a program is likely to attract. Some schools have strict application deadlines. Others accept roll-in applications, especially for their January intake, while keeping fixed rounds for September. Some even accept applications year-round. So why the difference? It comes down to competition. September is the traditional start of the academic year in the Northern Hemisphere. Most students graduate in the summer, and corporate hiring ramps up in the fall. That's why September cohorts are usually larger and more competitive. Roll-in admissions can be a double-edged sword. They offer flexibility for candidates dealing with career transitions or personal changes, but roll-in deadlines also tend to attract more last-minute applicants, some of whom may not have planned their MBA journey in much detail. That can shape the classroom experience, resulting in a wider range of preparation levels and academic intensity. So, if you are looking for a focused, high-energy environment filled with peers who have thoughtfully mapped out their MBA goals, a program with clear deadlines may be a better match. But if you need more flexibility, a roll-in admissions process could be a greater fit for your situation. I hope this helped to understand what admission requirements and application timelines can really reveal about an MBA program, and how those details can shape your experience in the classroom. Stay tuned. In my next video, I'll be diving into program durations and why they matter more than you might think. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.